After winning the amazing race, Kim and I realized that we could win at anything as long as we work together. Now, we want to unlock that win at anything potential in you.
Chip and I are so inspired by promoting happy, healthy, and thriving relationships.
Oh, you can't be sounding all coquettish, girl. You know how you expect me to concentrate on anything, but you know what?
You're so cute.
Welcome to this episode of My Queen and I. That's so weird, babe. Is that I can't ever get over how much I love that intro.
I love it too. Hey, guess what? You look pretty in pink.
Oh, okay. See, I'm mature enough to be able to accept that compliment. But see, I'm wearing my pink.
Because I'm trying to be funny, right?
Oh, wait, no, I didn't know. What do you mean by that?
No, you look cool.
No, Kim. Well, I'll tell you what. Today, our topic is how to stay better forever because of the quarantine. And Kim and I really feel today we have some helpful tips that will enable people to go to the next level in their lives, Kim. And this is one that we really feel passionate about. How about you?
Oh, absolutely. We've been thinking about it for a while now, because really this is the time where everybody has a chance to reflect on. There are quite a few things that you could reflect on, but guess what? This is the time to come out better on the other side.
Right. And because Kim and I are really passionate about, happy, healthy, and thriving couples, of course. But we just want people to live their, like that great song by, I can't remember the guy's name, but Snoop Dogg's on it, Living My Best Life.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to live our best lives. And so what we have for you today is the 7 R's. The 7 R's. And, of course, the first R is relationships. So if you're writing down, write down the first R is relationships. Of course, Kim and I are very strong on having a happy, healthy, and thriving marriage and relationships. We have relationships like that with our kids and our friends and our coworkers and our clients. However, during this quarantine, that's specifically what we're talking about. It is very important for us to come out on the other side being better than we started. So how we enter the quarantine tunnel, we should not resemble that person on the other side.
Well, think about it. We have all been put in this situation, same situation. None of us asked for this. So basically now, think about it. You might be spending 24/7 hours out of the day. You are 7 days a week, 24 hours. You are spending with your spouse. You're spending that with your kids too. How is it that you could even think about not building a better relationship now? Start learning to communicate more effectively, with each other. This is the time now to start doing it, because guess what? You're stuck together. And the key is you cannot be negative. You can't speak negative words to each other anymore. You have to start breathing life and love with your words, with your tone, the way you communicate.
Right. I couldn't agree with you more. But specifically in this quarantine, you have to mind shift as far as relationships are concerned. You have to forgive people. You can't get into the quarantine saying, man, I didn't even realize how much this dude gets on my nerves. It may very well be true, but peppered throughout all of these 7 R's is going to be the tongue.
Yeah.
The tongue is so important. So do not, in your relationships, do not at all spew negativity. And I'll even go a step further, because we don't even have, an R for this, but yeah, when you speak, even speaking to your spouse or speaking with anyone, make what you say come out of your mouth positive. Why spew your political views on one side of the aisle or the other, Republican or Democrat? Why? What? If I go out spewing my views on how I think that so-and-so's doing terribly and so-and-so's doing a great job, that's going to estrange half of America. So let's not do it. So if you want to come out of this better, get your relationships right. And I even mean social media relationships, because you're pissing somebody off. And why do it? And if you sit up and say, I don't care, you really don't care. And you really won't be different. And you really are setting yourself up for not a better life on the other side. If you really don't care, you have to get out there and spew your political views. So that's all I got to say about that.
Well, but you had said something earlier when we had discussed this. Forgiveness is the key too. I mean, really concentrate on forgiving. If that is in your heart right now, I think it starts with that first.
Right. The second R is rejuvenate.
Well, you're excited about this one.
Rejuvenate. What does rejuvenate mean, Kim? Let you speak succinctly first.
For us, we were thinking about rejuvenate mind, body, and spirit. And really starting with yourself first. We're starting to, what we did was, I guess we need to just explain what we did. We did a 21-day cleanse. Chip and I have been eating terribly. We realize that. And now that we are not out and socializing, we said, okay, it's just us. So we're in control of what we eat, how we drink, but we said first let's cleanse. So we did a 21-day standard process. I got to give them props. Cleanse. The only bad thing about it, I only lost 15 pounds and he lost 22 pounds. So.
Well, let me say what. Let me take what Kim said and go a step more deeply into it. She said, "You have total control. You have total control. You have total control." I hope you heard that, because before this quarantine, I didn't have total control, because I was getting invited out to dinner and I love to party. I'm at the club. They got good food there. When I go to Mastro's, they got butter cake. There's all kind of influences, all kinds of enticements, all of that. However, due to this pandemic and this quarantine, we are relegated and regimented to stay at home. So, am I going to take this time to be ordering fast food from Postmates? Am I going to take this time to be finding ways to cheat and sabotage myself because I'm bored? No, I'm bored. No. Kim and I said, man, we're not going to come like out on the other side like we see so many people talking about on the internet where they're gaining weight. Like Kim said, I've lost 22 pounds, not because don't have a lot of discipline. I'm using all of it to do this, but the side effects of doing something good for yourself is exponential. My blood pressure went from bordering on high blood pressure to now I went, Kim, 123/81. 123/81. That's my blood pressure now. So feeling energy. And with this cleanse, I think you said it was standard process.
Yeah.
With that cleanse, it's a chemical cleanse too. And I gave up coffee. And now I'm drinking tea and MCT oil because I was having kind of brain
brain farts.
Yep. I wasn't gonna say it like that.
Well,
I was gonna
that's what it
say
was.
brain fuzziness.
Okay.
But anyway, rejuvenate is very important. So that's the second. Oh, of course, this goes without saying. We want to exercise, make certain that you exercise. You don't have an excuse. You don't have an excuse.
No.
And I'll say it again. You don't have an excuse.
They got
exercise.
a whole bunch of online programs.
Online, everywhere. I don't know how to exercise. And just Google. There's this. Hey, have you heard of that, Kim? Google. Just Google online exercise. You'll find thousands of them. Thousands. And if not, text or private message me. And the last thing on Rejuvenate, laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh a lot, man. You have to laugh. Look at some funny stuff on television. Stop looking at all that political stuff.
Hey, look, there's a lot of good stuff on TV right
Oh,
now.
man.
I'm enjoying the entertainment on TV.
Wait,
right
Kim.
now.
One of our to laugh. We call him the Black Larry David.
Oh, yeah.
This dude on Black AF, and I don't know what that AF means. Maybe somebody could.
Okay, what does AF mean?
No, don't say. Just say okay. But anyway, let's get off of rejuvenate. So rejuvenate. The next R, the third R, is reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Like Chris Tucker says in Friday, he say, you ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. So why sit up looking at CNN or Fox or MSNBC, whatever the heck you're looking at, or too much entertainment? Why don't you look at something on the internet that gives you, that educates you? You got to learn, become educated. So when you come out on the other side, you'll be better. You will start becoming the person that you know you can be.
But Chip, you got to think about it. Mentally, a lot of people are thinking that they've had a job for 30 years, maybe even 40 years, 20-something years. They think it's too late to reinvent themselves. And I think so. That's a mindset. Yeah. And we cannot go there at this point.
Well, let me tell you about too old for something. My wife, because she is a regular person, not like me. She graduated from UCLA at the in her 20 or 21, and she graduated at the regular time. I got my college degree at 38. Do you think I felt that at 38 years of age, getting my bachelor's degree, I thought, it's too late. I cried like a baby. Yeah. It was not too late.
Never too late.
How many of you out there know what Kim's and my profession is? Well, how many of you know what we are? That's right. When you think Chip and Kim, you think realtors, right? We have been realtors for 6 years, just 6 years. So I am 62 years old. So do the math. So I didn't start becoming or reinvent myself and Kim's self until we were in our late 50s. And it's great. And gonna start doing some other stuff, man. You can't be talking about it's too late to do anything. Yep. Wait, man. Y'all don't know because every year I'm healthy. Every year Kim is healthy. We're gonna be doing whatever the heck we want to do.
Hey, I got plans. Hey, look, it's on my vision board. Still, all the life that I got left to live, all the places I still need to go, want to go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, when we just saw this cool little spot in Iceland. We've never even really considered going there, but it was great. Yeah, there's this spa in Iceland. So, okay, but we have to respect time. Kim, moving forward to renew. This is number 4, renew your mind. Renew your mind. And what we mean by that is on the other side of the tunnel, you should be somebody different. You should be a mature, complete version of who went into the quarantine tunnel. You could be the person you always knew you could be, the person you always wanted to be. You could be the person you were destined to be.
But doesn't it start with that positive attitude, that positive mindset?
And doesn't that start with what?
The positive speaking.
Your tongue, your words, say the things that you're saying that come out of your mouth. I hate that I'm doing this, but you can't be up there spewing your political views. That's not making you grow. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. The politicians, whatever, that's already done. Forget them. What you going to do now? Okay. Oh man. Anyway.
Wow.
Right. No, I just think it's just really that we need to love each other.
Yeah.
We need to be lifting up each other. And like if you're gonna do something with a group, organize and plan, but do it in a positive way out of love. But so renew your mind to be the person on the other side, thinking positive thoughts, thinking love. Now, number 5, resources. So what I'm talking about now is your dollar bills. You can, especially putting together the Reinvent Yourself by putting something in your brain, taking online courses, learning things, renewing your mind, being positive, disciplined, being healthy from eating right. So all of these are building on each other. Your research sources will enable you to do the number one thing that you could at least be doing, and that's before you have to plan and see what you're going to be doing with the money. If you see right now, if I got all this money, I'm going to get me a Lamborghini, and I'm going to get me a this, I'm going to get me a that. That's all well and fine. But it's shallow. If that's all you want to do, if you were blessed with tremendous finances, it's better to think about how you're going to help others.
There you go. How can we utilize the resources that we have to serve others? Right now, so many people need help. I mean, there's so many things, there's so many organizations, there are associations out there that need help. So I would say, number 1, plan to help someone other than yourself. I mean, the resources will come. I mean, in our life, we've always thought about, okay, we've gotten this, but this is not just for Chip and me. How can we be a blessing to others at this point? And that's where your mind should be. Right.
And the thing is if you're not able to help others, if you're so quote unquote poor, you can't help others, that's not good. But if you are just thinking about getting rich in order to thinking about self all the time, maybe that's why, you're not rich, and I know you've already heard there are so many miserable multimillionaires is because they probably have adopted that attitude of selfishness. Yep. But if you're a giver, and I don't necessarily even have to be talking about only money.
Right. It's not only money.
It could be your time, your talents, and your treasure. You could give. But to be the person you want to be, building on all the way from health to finances, that would be amazing. But now, honey, number 6, and this one may catch you off guard. Rest.
Yeah, rest.
Rest, having peace. Don't have strife doing anything. Work hard, sure enough. Be diligent. But if you really think about it, let's just take something that nobody can dispute. I may tell you I read 1,000 books, but I don't necessarily.
He didn't read 1,000 books. I tell you that he didn't read 1,000 books. I can't prove
I did. But if I tell you I was disciplined to eat clean, and I tell you I was disciplined to get in shape, there's no disputing that. So when you rest, that is important. That doesn't mean I didn't work hard on. So I'm not talking about being lazy in the rest. I mean, do your work, but not not strife.
But if you think about it, who would have ever thought that we would be in this quote unquote pandemic where we all have to take a step back, where we all have to be quarantined, and we're in one location? We really should be social distancing in one location. We should be taking that time out to rest and reflect on what has gone on in our life, ways to improve our life. There are ways to basically build our relationship within our own family unit. There's a reason why we are all in this situation right now, but it starts with taking a step back and resting. And nothing is wrong with getting your sleep. How many people have said that they wanted to catch up on their sleep? You get to catch up on your sleep now.
Right, right. As a matter of fact, you could even sleep during some of these Zoom meetings. Just look like you forgot something a little bit. Just put that little sucker on, on gone mode, or turn off your video camera and get knocked out. I just heard somebody did that. I don't know anything about that. Long old meetings, man. But in essence, with the rest, be a cheerleader for yourself, man. Give yourself a break. Just be peaceful. So be peaceful during these times, and adopt that peace, and don't ever let go of it, even on the other side. So, Kim, we are on the last R, which is resolve. Resolve. Make a resolution to take on all of these great habits and all of this great learning, all of your new body, your peace, and just carry it into the end of the quarantine and outside of the quarantine, so you could look back on the quarantine and say, that was the time I made the change for the better. Right now, I'll be saying, that was the time I was able to fit into the tuxedo that I bought in 1996.
That's right, and I looked at you in it, so you're right. You can fit into it now, and that's been 30 years.
Right. So that is what this is all about, just to encourage you, to motivate you, and for you to realize how important your words are, and to say, think, and walk positively towards your destination.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, Kim, in respect for what we said, this is the final seconds. These are the final seconds of this episode. I just want to tell you I love you. You're beautiful, and thank you for being the queen in my life. And I want to tell you out there, if you make her the queen of your life, you'll experience a little slice of heaven right here on earth. We love you. See you next time.